Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for May 31st, June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Monday through Thursday. Now, you know when I'm reading for the week, I am using my Radley Valentine decks. Yes, I'm using my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main reading. I will pull one, hopefully, from my Angel Tarot cards. I'll also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. I'm thinking that for this overview, though, I'm going to also pull three from my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message. Hopefully, I don't put too much of myself in it. Anyway, it's your message. Now, couple of things going on. Oh, remember to like, share, subscribe. That does help, and I'll remind you at the end probably too, because it does help, and I thank you all. Lots of interesting energy. We have gone into Mercury retrograde. It is in Gemini. I do talk about that in the Gemini season overview, and I do recommend you going there because there's a lot of stuff happening. We're also having some sunspots. So a couple of things with Mercury retrograde in itself. I do, this is the time you don't buy electronics. You make sure that you're very careful with your words and your communications. I would advise you, whoever this is, if you're going to send an angry email or you need to really write it out, don't put a name in the address, okay? Because it's the kind of thing that, even though you didn't mean to send it, it gets sent. So that's the thing that happens with Mercury retrograde. However, there's a lot of truth coming out with Mercury retrograde. There's a lot, and again, all the other stuff we've talked about. There's also a lot of karma coming out with Mercury retrograde and all the other things going on right now. So one thing that did come to me, and I just have to kind of share, don't know who this was for, but it was before I started, before I came and set up and did did what I need to do. The message came, and it was kind of like when I was working with my children, or when I was parenting my children when they were younger. And it came, the message was, don't accept gifts from strangers. Okay, so, it's kind of like, don't take candy from strangers, except it was don't accept gifts from strangers. Whoever that is for, I will just put that out. Now, you know that anything that is reversed has stronger energy. And let's see what we have with traditional tarot. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And this is going to just kind of be an overlying energy, possibly for the world, possibly, a little bit bigger than where we're at, possibly for you. Here we go. Okay. And remember, if cards like the Death card, Tower, comes out, it doesn't mean that that's exactly what it says, but it does mean that there could be some sudden changes. Okay? So let's see what we have here with our traditional tarot. Oh, okay, so we have a 7. 7 has that divine umbrella. 7 is a perfect number. I always feel like 7 is you do your work, and then you let the higher power, guardian angel, your spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, the source, take over. Okay? Sometimes it's also, a lot of times it's basically we try our best, and we'll just see what, we'll kind of see what destiny, what, what karma, what the divine wants for us. Now, this is 7 of Rods. Rods is fire energy. That is our Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy, passionate burning. And this is just basically, just be ready. This is a stance of defense, okay? This is saying it is okay and to be prepared to defend yourself. Now, that could be very verbally. That could be, I don't know what this is. I'm not going to say physical, but I am going to say this is one of those stand firm. Again, with that 7 overlying, that divine energy overlying, it's kind of like, even though you've got all these coming against you, there is a sense of standing in the right with this. But there's a strong defense type of energy with this card. Your next card, the 3 of Rods. Now, again, we have that rods or wands, And a 3 is a very powerful number in its own self. But this is kind of like, so 3 of rods, again, fire energy. Threes, is also one of those divine type of numbers. It's also the, power of 3, Trinity. But this is kind of like looking over things. This is not necessarily rushing into anything as much as it is evaluating the situation and make sure that you are noting what is going on around you, okay? But it is also in this deck, in this card, what I'm picking up, there is a sense of kind of like wait and see. Things are better than what you think that they might be. Anyway, let's go to this last card. And here we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now 10s, 1, 0. 10s are in itself a transitional number. 1 is a new beginning. And I know that 0, the Fool and new beginnings actually come out on the 0, but 0 has divine, it has universal, it also has the source type of energy. But this is actually this is an earth energy. It has, our Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy with it. And it basically is happy home, happy life, happy family, money coming in. It is, the settlement of, there could be some sort of a settlement also coming in to this too. Stand firm, review everything, look at everything. Things aren't as bad as you think. Actually, things are pretty positive. And this does have this, like I said, this earth energy that there is some abundance coming. There is a sense, I'm kind of getting the word settlement. I am getting the word settlement. So there could be some settlements coming. Things could be settled. Things could be settling down. Now, I know we've got some really big energies going on, but let's see what we have now. Okay. So kind of the overview. I think that in itself is pretty positive. So let's start our readings. Hello, my Virgos. How are you? I hope you are awesome. Okay, taking care of yourself, but awesome. Sometimes you need a little bit of that. Well, a lot of times, my Virgos, you are, the energies around, you're going to be feeling them. It's like you are an antenna. You are a beacon. You will be feeling these. Know it, and that will help you through it, okay? If you know it, you'll be like, I know why this is happening. Debbie mentioned it to me. And you are kind of like that beacon. You are like that lightning rod in many ways. So let's see what we have here for my Virgos, because it's still, even though it's one of those things that you're kind of like, oh my gosh, it can be very overwhelming. It still can be used in a wonderful way for you to be noticed a little bit, but not so much, because you don't like necessarily the spotlight. You do like to be acknowledged for your work, or you do like to be acknowledged for what you've done, but not necessarily overly, because then you think it's a little bit too much. It's kind of like that 8 plate, 12 plate, 10, perfect. So it's, you kind of like that balance, that perfect balance, but it is kind of one that you can use a little bit on the stealthier side. So let's see what we have. Don't know who that was for, but first card, reversed. 4 of Raphael. Raphael is water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. 4s have some stability, organization. They do have some leadership type of energy also. 4 has that, but sometimes with 4 of Raphael though, sometimes the situation doesn't necessarily feel as stable as what you would like it to feel. Sometimes, it's emotional. So sometimes it's kind of like feeling a little bit in between, feeling kind of like, I don't necessarily want this. I don't necessarily want to be where I'm at. It feels not so good. I'm not ready to necessarily see what's in front of me either. So it has a lot of in-between energy, which actually is good, because that's when you, my Virgos especially, you look to see what needs to be cleared out, what needs to be dealt with, what's the emotional, it's not always comfortable, but what is the emotional need that I need to move on from, or, what is it that I need to do to help me move on? Anyway. Seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. Your next card is the 8 of Gabriel. Now, So here you're kind of in this in-between stage, this kind of, can I move on? I'm kind of not where I'm at. I've outgrown some of this. This hasn't been offered yet. I'm kind of in this in-between. And then we come to the 8 of Gabriel. 8 has unlimited opportunities, unlimited potential. Gabriel is our fire energy. That is our Leo, Sagittarius. It is our Aries, passionate, burning, very determined. So you may not necessarily be ready, but there's a lot of things going on around you. And I told you about that. I said, you may not necessarily, you're like a lightning rod to the energies around you. So it's not always comfortable, but you can use this for your advantage. Don't, be aware that this is where you might be, but at the same time, push yourself to go forward with this. And what is forward? Push yourself to, maybe you want to kind of go and take a nap, but you still have to get up, get dressed, or take your shower, get dressed, and get out of the house. So maybe this is where you want to be, but the thing is, the world is moving, and actually there's going to be lots of stuff, lots of activity, lots of opportunities for you. So you need to, maybe you're not ready for them, but you need to still go enter them, go after them. How's that? A great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. Next card, 6 of Michael. So you are the earth energy. So we have water, we have fire, we now have air energy. Aquarius, Gemini, also Libra. So 6 is what you've made. 6 is the number of man. It's what the energies you've put into things. Okay? Air energy, strategic thinking, hearing news, making some plans. And this is all about, so maybe you're not quite ready, but things are happening, my Virgos, and things are moving forward. Things are saying to you, you know what, we're leaving that garbage behind and we're going into the sun. We're leaving the storm, we're going into that sun. So there's a lot, you might not be ready, but there's a lot of movement. So I would just, I don't know, my Virgos, it's like, I just kind of feel like it's, again, you're this lightning, and it's like you're feeling all this emotions, and you still have to move forward because it's opening up. It's like your portal is opening for you. Here we go. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. I do kind of, that travel is kind of kicking at me a little bit. It's kind of saying, again, it's like my Virgos, like I said, you're like, no, there's too much going on. I want to stay here. I want to stay under my blankie. And it's kind of like, maybe, like your parent, come on, we got to get up. I don't want to. No, we got to get up. You've got things to do, people to see, places to go. Here we go. And it's wonderful places. And you do get into, once you kind of get out of the spiritual connection, you are able to then, your earth energy comes about and it clicks in place for you. Okay? Okay, here we go. Reversed. And there's your earth energy. There is your earth energy, and things all come together. It all comes together. So you've got all the energies right now in this week. 9 has this completion type of energy. It's like it all wraps up, and now it's like I said, it all comes together. Your earth energy pulls up, and it helps to ground you. It helps to center you. And the 9 of earth actually has lovely energy. Now, earth is yours. Capricorn, Taurus, solid energy. Work, job, career, your home, your job, your money, however that is. And this is about now, here you were at the beginning, kind of like, you stuck it out, and now it's kind of like, hey, this was a good week for me. This actually, look at all the things I did, I accomplished. Look at all the things that came to me. So, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, which is, kind of this a little bit, but it's successful self-employment. So it actually, like I said, everything comes together, and the week, you get through the week, but you get through the week with such, you might have started here, but you end up there. Okay? Here we go. Let's see what crystal or energy would be good for my Virgos. I'm going to kind of play with those cards a little bit. Here we go. Reversed. Iolite. Iolite. Okay, interesting. Iolite is about magical powers, feminine, divine, work connections, inspiration. Very interesting. Interesting energy with that. I love that for you. If you have some, carry it with you. I don't have that. I think I might have to try to find it somewhere. Anyway, my Virgos. So what starts out maybe not quite so because you're feeling so much of this. Wow, it works out so much wonderful. It works out so much better. It's wonderful energy. The Nine of Earth in many ways is kind of the dream card also. Dreams come true. So let's hold on to that. Let's claim that. Anyway, my Virgos, remember the button. Please like, share, subscribe because it does help. As always, my Virgos, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.